Okay, so I'm not sure if you recall with my last video, I was running out of time and it was a completely different topic, but I want to actually talk about it because it's fresh in my mind about the sound hurts, and the higher the sound, the more deeper it affects you. I want to talk about an experience that I did. It would have been about 5 years ago. This is when I started getting really into meditation and yoga, and I started looking up different meditations and different sound hurts to tap into my third eye. And also there are certain ones that will tap into different parts of your chakras and affect you in a different way. But the deeper the sound hurts, the deeper it's going to feel, and the more it's connecting to your third eye. So, okay. I didn't know what I could handle personally. I didn't know where to begin. And actually, I'm going to rewind. Even before this happened, an ex of mine used to play certain sounds, and he would just keep it on a repeat. So when we would be sleeping, all of these different sounds would be playing. And that's kind of how I got into certain sounds and everything to go to sleep. Well, it woke me up this one night. The sound was so deep and so in tune with my mind. Like, my body felt heavy and my mind was very confused. And then I ended up falling back asleep. But like the certain sound, like I could still remember what it sounded like. I would never be able to get it out of my mind. It's always going to be in my head, that certain distinct sound that it was playing. And the next morning, he had that same problem. It affected the both of us in different ways. And we didn't think anything of it, you know. I couldn't tell you what hertz it was on, but it had to have been a higher one because it affected so deeply. So years went by. I got back into doing, listening to certain calming music. I used to listen to rain falling and like certain like pipes and such playing. It was like a native kind of music to fall asleep. And I used to only ever listen to that one, and then my phone would shut off. Well, this one time I started to mess with certain sound hurts and different meditation music, and I was sitting and just meditating, and next thing I know, my entire body, because I also was doing a certain meditation that it said to do while listening to a certain type of sound, and my body goes like stiff. Like, I didn't feel like I would be able to move. And I remember like feeling like my third eye was starting to open, but it started to somewhat give me an anxious feeling, but I think that's because I didn't understand what was happening. And it kind of made me uncomfortable. It made me feel like I was getting too deep into it, and I was not ready for it. That's why I said, do not try it by yourself if you've never done it before, because you're not going to know what's going to happen. You're not going to know what your body is going to feel when it gets so in tune with these sounds. And especially if you're doing a certain meditation, if you're doing certain breathing techniques, and you're really clearing your mind, it really does start taking over your mind. And it is an intense feeling. It was very intense, and I was not ready for it at the time. I am not even ready for it now, to be honest with you. I would have to slowly get back into it, which I would not mind doing. I would not mind trying to have other people, if you're interested in wanting to do it, to work with me, like via on videos. You know, I can make videos doing them, or we can do video chat groups. I honestly would not mind doing them along with somebody else, whether it's over this way or in person if we had ever had the chance to. But since a lot of you I probably won't ever actually like be able to hang out with, via on video chat would work perfectly fine. And right now I just don't have much free time, but I do want to get back into that. I do want to get back into that side of my body, because I did absolutely love the feeling. I loved feeling free. I didn't feel that I was weighed down. I didn't stress about anything, even though there was a million things to stress about. I was a person that felt weightless, and I was just free, and it was an amazing feeling. You know, people I would see being so angry all the time, and I would be smiling, because even their anger could not affect me, and I loved that feeling. And I would love for other people to feel that, because it's amazing. Because one, you don't want to have other people's baggage affect your own. And to be able to find that you can control how that actually goes, you can make it so you don't get affected by other people's shit. Like, that's pretty amazing, you know? But it does take time. It does take practice. You really do have to focus. You can't, you know, think, okay, I'm going to try meditating and be all silly acting. You know, you really have to be serious about it. You have to be focused into this, because if you're not going to feel it the way that you should. You know, you're just going to think it's silly or something. So you really have to want to do this. And I do know some places that do these type of meditations where they obviously use higher sounds to trigger into certain chakras and to help heal chakras that are having blockage and whatnot. They do have some places around here in this area. So if you do want to know about any of them, or if you want to start like an early beginner and learn about meditation and start doing maybe a meditation class with me via video chat and whatnot, let me know and we can set something up. If I get enough people, honestly, I will be all for it. You know, and if you don't want to do it in a group and you just want to do a one-on-one session because you're too nervous, that is fine too. Message me. We can talk about it. I am all for that. You just have to let me know if you are willing to start trying to meditate and start to heal your body from the inside. You're going to not be disappointed, I promise you. So if you do have it in mind and you do seem very interested, please reach out and we can go from there, because I would love to be able to have someone to experience what I have in my life and what I will experience again, because I am going to start again. And it's great being able to have other people feel what it's like. You know, it is going to make you feel happier in your life. And as long as you also do the other things that I said in the video prior. Those are all big factors, I promise. If you don't, you still may feel a little sluggish. So you gotta do everything else that I said in the video prior to this one as well.